Hi, I'm Nathaniel Banks. I'm the Executive Director of the Banks Bridgewater Lewis Fine Arts Academy. It's an academy established for young people to teach you how to play music, instrumental music, as well as be in choirs. And in addition to that, we also have a drum line that we encourage young people to get involved with as well. And you may hear about our drum line in some of the local activities. But I'm going to be reading a book for you called Radiant Child, and it's the story of Jean-Michel Basquiat. Somewhere in Brooklyn, between hearts that thump, double dutch and hopscotch, and salty mouths that slurp sweet ice, a little boy dreams of being a famous artist. So that's Jean. And I'm not going to read the whole book, just a few passages from it. In his house, you can tell a serious artist dwells. As he sits at a table with pencils scattered everywhere, Jean-Michel draws from morning until night with a serious face amongst a storm of papers. He refuses to sleep until he has created a masterpiece. So this is him working on his art. At night, images enchant Jean-Michel's mind, and he wakes from his dreams to add one more line. His drawings are not neat or clean, nor does he color inside the lines. They are sloppy, ugly, and sometimes weird, but somehow still beautiful. Some of his work. His art comes from his mother, Matilda, a Puerto Rican woman who designs and sews, cooks and cleans, makes the house look like a stylish magazine. But most important, she lies on the floor and draws with Jean-Michel on his father's old work papers. So this is his mother helping him to draw. From her, he learns that art is not only in the poetry books she reads to him or in the theaters and museums they visit. Art is the street games of little children in our style and in the words that we speak. It's how the messy patchwork of the city creates new meaning for ordinary things. This is some of his work. Okay, we're going to skip a few pages. Back home, he creates art on the floor as his father, Gerard, plays jazz records. Mama Matilda cooks arroz con pollo and calls Jean-Michel mi amor. The energy and life of the city can be felt in each line of his drawings. So that's him drawing with his parents in the picture. And then we skip ahead a little bit. A teenager now, Jean-Michel decides, Papa, I will be a very, very famous person one day. With a sly look, a twinkle in his eye, Jean-Michel leaves Brooklyn for New York City, the Lower East Side, a concrete jungle where only the tough survive. So this is him as a teenager getting ready to make his name known. During the day, dressed in a green jumpsuit, splattered with paint, Jean-Michel stays with friends, sleeping on couches and floors, leaving a barrage of collages and poem-filled papers everywhere he goes. At night, Jean-Michel spray paints the walls downtown with poems and drawings that will catch the eye of artists, gallery goers, and passersby. Under his art, he signs the name Samu instead of Jean-Michel. Everyone wants to know, who is Samu? Samu moves from street corners to gallery walls with powerful color composition and line, collaging and painting on anything he can find. His art is still not neat or clean, but definitely not inside the, and definitely not inside the lines, but somehow still beautiful. With his magical charm, Jean-Michel draws a crowd. But when it's time to work, he prefers to be alone, with the radio and TV on full blast. Now in expensive suits splattered with paint, he flips through stacks of magazines and open books and paints into the night, sometimes for days at a time, while sounds and images jump into his head. This is as he got older. Jean-Michel, an artist among artists, never doubts one line, creating from a soundtrack that's all his own. People describe him as radiant, wild, a genius child. But in his heart he is king, so he draws crowns for himself and others he admires. So you can see the crown that he drew for himself. A grown man now, with the art world in his hands, Jean-Michel still visits his mother when he can, and at his most important shows, above all the critics, fans, and artists he admires, the place of honor is his mother's, a queen on a throne. He's now a famous artist. And this is him. Thank you.